Okay, so why is wellness so important? Well, we've given birth to the first generation of children who are predicted to have a shorter lifespan or life expectancy than their parents. So, that means that we could possibly lose a whole generation, just gone. By 2030, colon cancer is estimated to become the leading killer of people ages 20 to 49 years old. And that is pretty young. So, we're looking at chronic disease, and this is one of the reasons that the children being born now are not expected to live as long as their parents. And this is because of chronic disease and intoxication of our cells at the mitochondrial level, chronic inflammation, and visceral fat surrounding the internal organs, which make for dysfunction and degeneration within the body. So the consequence of these things is that there are nearly, well, and this was actually 3 years ago, that they found that there were nearly 700,000 people who died from heart disease in the United States. And for 25% of them, the first symptom that they experienced was death. There was no warning at all. So, we have healthy, I'm sorry, they distracted me. This first picture shows you a healthy heart. It's all nice and pink, and evenly distributed in size. And then you can see here where the person has this heart depicts or shows you a person's heart who would have angina pectoralis, which is chest pains. And you can see part of the heart down here is dark. Then myocardial infarction or heart attack, that's when actually a part of the heart literally dies. And you can see how here in the center, you've got the darkened area. Those are places that show you what would be called necrosis or death of those areas. So at the bottom here, you see a clear heart artery or coronary artery, and you can see the little circles there. Those are blood cells, and you see it's nice and patent, and those cells can flow through freely. Now, in the next image, you can see that the coronary artery has these plaques, this plaque buildup from cholesterol and fat and that kind of thing. They're called atherosclerotic plaques. And then in the final one, you see where the blood vessel is almost totally occluded. And you can see that the blood, those blood cells, they can't even get through. And this is the problem. This is the problem, and this can lead to a heart attack. And if it's to the coronary, if it's in a coronary artery, then you would have a heart attack. If it's in the brain, you would literally have a stroke. So we start with helping you to learn about your blood type. Do you know what your blood type is? Did you know that your blood type is a more reliable measure of your identity than your race, culture, or geography? It's a genetic blueprint for who you are and a guide to how you can live most healthily. One man's food is another man's poison, and I'm sure you may have heard that before. And it is so true, because each blood type has specific foods that are beneficial, those that are neutral, and those that will actually cause degeneration within the body. So there are 4 types of blood. You've got your A's, which are agrarian. In other words, they, for the most part, they do best as vegetarians. You have the B blood types who are pretty much balanced. O is the oldest blood type, and probably the majority of the people in the world are O blood types. And then there is AB, which is a combination of A and B. And as you can see over here, this is a very rudimentary depiction of some of the foods that each blood type should avoid. And trust me, the list is extensive. And in joining us, you will actually have access to that information. But just for example, A blood types should avoid bananas, surprise, surprise, shellfish like lobster and shrimp, as well as beef. B blood, and trust me, these are only a few. This is just an example. B blood types, which I'm a B, should avoid chicken, avocados, shrimp, crab, lobster, all of those crustaceans. O's should avoid catfish, white wine, and avocados. And then ABs actually avoid a combination of the A and B blood type choices. So as you can see, if you don't know this information, if you don't know, number one, your blood type, and then you don't know the foods that are beneficial, neutral, or degenerating to your blood type, then we many times are eating foods that are literally killing us, slowly but surely. Would you like to know how well your body is functioning in every organ before it becomes critical? Well, here at Akana, we have certified health coaches that are equipped to assist you with that task. We actually have a bioscan process, and the test results they're really for reference and education only. We are not promoting them as a diagnostic conclusion. But listen, when you know what's going on in your body, especially on a cellular level, because disease begins on a cellular level. Remember, I talked about heart attack, or talked about death from heart attacks as the #1 killer. Well, listen, that dysfunction and degeneration has literally been going on in the body, starting at a cellular level, and it's been going on for years and years and years before it actually manifests as clinical symptoms. So by the time you feel that chest pain or have that ache or that pain, that backache, or any dysfunction with your organs, diabetes, or what have you, it's been going on for years and years and years, just building up, building up, building up to the point that now you can't ignore it. It's actually affecting the function of your body. So here you can see this is actually a I'm gonna see if I can move into another room. Got mucho business going on back here behind me. Okay. Mochi Mochi, will you bring my water, please? Thank you. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So backed up accidentally. Okay, so okay, so that's where we were. So, like I was saying, this is an actual. Bring me that chair, please. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Gracias. So this is an actual report card of an actual person, and it shows you here, oh, fiddlesticks, what's going on in her with her liver function. And so the reference standard shows you that green is normal, blue is mildly abnormal, yellow is moderately abnormal, and the red represents severe abnormality. And so you can see she's got 3 in the green, but then she's got 1 in the blue, and she's actually got 1 in the yellow. She's moving close to that fatty liver. It shows that she's got a moderate increase in the amount of fat in her liver. And so once you recognize that these things are going on, you can actually make changes where appropriate to avoid, sidestep disease and dysfunction in the future. And if you already have health issues going on, making those kinds of changes can actually many times reverse disease and dysfunction. So are you living your best life? And would you like to live your best life? The green again represents being very healthy, within the normal ranges. And as I mentioned before, the blue and the yellow are moderate, mild, and moderately unhealthy, and then the red is severely unhealthy. So whether you want to maintain your health or address health issues or concerns, we can assist you with that. Now, the problem in the US is that we are committing suicide. We're literally digging our graves with our own forks. And this is a term that our CEO, Melissa Boston, coined when she authored her book, The Proverbs Diet, back in the early 2000s. And the problem with this suicide is that we're taking in way too much animal protein, and this impairs our kidneys, it impairs our organs, our cells, and it contributes to faster aging and conditions like cancer, heart disease, as well as obesity and diabetes and the like. We're taking in tons and tons of processed food and salt and sugar. We are literally, each individual person in a lifetime takes in tons, not pounds, but tons of sugar, which is detrimental to our bodies. And I think one of the next Tuesdays, we're going to really talk about sugar and the effects that it has on the body. Because we're not just talking diabetes here, we're talking about major health dysfunctions caused by the intake of sugar. Another issue that we are faced with is sedentary lifestyles. And since COVID and our need to be inside working from home and not really being able to get out and be social and active the way we were, we have kind of gotten into the habit of, just kind of sitting around, whether watching television working from home, playing video games, et cetera, et cetera. We just increased our inactivity in our lives, and this is causing a problem. Dr. Oz said that our genetics actually load the gun, but our lifestyles actually pull the trigger. So how would you like to elevate your level of wellness? There are blue zones in the world, and fiddlesticks. There are blue zones in the world, and there are actually only 5 in the world. There's 1 here in the United States, and blue zone is actually where they found that the people in these zones actually consume half the protein that we do, and yet they live longer. So the blue zones are actually regions where there are a higher than usual number of people that live much longer than the average person. And again, there are only 5, 1 being in the United States, and that's in Loma Linda, California. But what if you could make your own home a blue zone, your city a blue zone? We're working on a blue zone here at Akana because we are actually teaching people how to live a healthier life, how to eat right for their blood type. So let me just do a bit disclaimer, because I want you guys to recognize that we are providing you with information that and products that are not for use or sale to persons, number 1, that are under 18, or persons that are pregnant or nursing. You must be 21 to purchase or consume any smokable products in the form of vapes or pre-rolls or even Delta 8. And each person should consult their physician or healthcare provider before they use any of these products, especially if you have any serious medical condition or you use prescription medications. Before using any this or any supplemental dietary products, please consult your primary health care provider. And you can finish reading the rest. Again, as I mentioned, the test results that we're speaking of are for reference only and are not a diagnostic conclusion. Hence, we present to you our 7-day or our 21-day raw cleanse. And this is one of the best ways to elevate your energy, because when you detoxify your body, you restore the energy that it naturally has. We provide you with daily juice recipes, an approved grocery list and raw meal plan, and products for our 21-day raw cleanse. Let's listen to this.
It's not talking. We can't hear it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, okay, hold on, let me see. Escape there, go back here. doing it. Okay, I'm gonna, I should stop sharing the screen. Right? Share sound, there it is. Where was I here? Let me find it. I'm getting the hang of it. Okay. Here we go.
Less than 5% of people who go on a diet actually achieve long-term results. We believe you are ready to live your best possible life by getting off the diet roller coaster. Eating according to your blood type can make significant changes in your health. More than 2/3 of adults in the US are overweight. Obesity is associated with the leading causes of death worldwide, including diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and some types of cancer. Even if you are at your ideal weight, eating against your blood type puts you at risk for chronic illness and disease. These are devastating reports, and we can change them. But it starts with one fundamental truth. One man's food could be another man's poison. It's time to drop the waste. The Flat Belly Lifestyle is a revolutionary approach to living your best possible life. First, we tailor the program with plant-based food for your specific blood type and to promote a healthy gut. Eating against your blood type creates inflammation, chronic illness, and obesity. Second, we recommend that you take our 15-minute bioscan so that we can help you identify what's happening below the surface. Next, simply choose the right phase for you. For added support, we invite you to join the community of people that are achieving success to inspire you and learn from our experts who support you along the way. Take the pledge today.
Okay. Okay, so these are some of the, excuse me, some of the people who have done the 21-day raw cleanse. And as you can see, they have gotten phenomenal results. These are real people. In fact, I know each and every one of them, so I can attest to it that these are real people. This is our CSO, Phyllis Nash, and
I was able to lose
14
14 pounds, 6 inches. And I love the way I look. I'm not gonna lie, I am loving this. But let me tell you what I love even more. I dropped my cholesterol 50 points, blood pressure stabilized. And my doctor and I have been fighting for the last 5 years because she wanted to put me on a statin, and I absolutely refused. And she told me I would never change my cholesterol, lowered by diet alone. Well, you can know how excited I felt when I had dropped it 50 points. I want to be optimally healthy until the day I just close my eyes and I'm not here anymore. I hope you join us.
There was challenges to my 21 day. There was a lot of success in the way of learning my temple, hearing my body, hearing what doesn't need to be in my body. We're talking, I like to call my parasites other voices. And I got to see which voices were mine all along and which ones weren't. I was told, being an A blood type of my mom a long time ago, that I was literally a vegetarian. And now knowing what having an A blood type means, now understanding how to juice, now understanding that I need raw foods, it's a game changer.
So this is a sample of our Flat Belly lifestyle. We have our 21-day raw cleanse. And unfortunately, this is an older depiction because we have made some changes. We have improved the process, which I will go into later. But for right now, I'm going to just tell you about the different steps of the cleanse. First of all, we have our mucus buster, our mucus and parasite eliminator, which eliminates the mucus that builds up in the digestive system and in the body, and it also kills and eliminates the parasites. Second, we have our liquid colonic, or our purifier. And this is a tea that you take on a daily basis, and it detoxifies the body. It's a proprietary blend of herbs that stimulate the elimination of waste from the body. It cleans out the old cruddy deposits on the lining, the inner lining of the intestines, and flushes them out so that your function, your digestive function is normalized. The movement of foods as well as the movement of waste out of the body is enhanced. Just like this pipe here, this is the actual action of the liquid colonic. Next, we have our superfood, and the superfoods actually work to nourish the cells, provide them with the vitamins, the minerals necessary to repair as well as build new cells that are healthy and can function at their maximum capacity. Cells make tissues, and tissues make organs, and organs make systems. If you have healthy cells, replacing the old dead cells, now you have cells, tissues, and organs that can function at their maximum capacity. And so those systems also function at their maximum capacity. So you can literally reverse disease and dysfunction. Example, the pancreas takes 3 months, or the pancreas, let me say that the pancreas rebuilds itself every 3 months. And let's say you're a diabetic and you do a detox and you change your lifestyle. You start eating according to your blood type, and you start eating healthy foods that actually provide your body with nutrients, energy, adequate minerals and vitamins. And so as your body is rebuilding itself, as your pancreas is rebuilding itself over those 3 months, in 3 months, you could literally, potentially no longer be a diabetic. Your body could actually repair itself. Your pancreas could actually repair itself so that it would function normally in terms of balancing your blood sugar level. And so many of the organs in the body have that capacity. And so through detoxing and changing your lifestyle, your eating habits, you can potentially rebuild a new, totally functioning body. So one of the things that is tremendously influential in the functioning of the body, the maximum functioning of the body, its systems and organs, is the endocannabinoid system. And the endocannabinoid system is really the master key to elevation. It is one of the most vital regulatory systems of the body and the key to bringing the body back into balance. The endocannabinoid system is a system within our bodies, and it was discovered some almost 30 years ago. But what they found is that it's a regulatory system. We have receptor sites in not only the 10 major organs of our body that you can see here, but also in the periphery of our body. These receptor sites are looking for cannabinoids, and CBD is one such cannabinoid. When these receptor sites are activated, then the body starts to function at its maximum capacity. The endocannabinoid system is pretty much the regulator, I want to say supervisor, it regulates and, well, yeah, let me just say that it regulates the entire functioning of all of our systems. And its job is to bring them back into homeostasis or balance. And so when those receptor sites are activated, then that is what happens. And the key to it is to provide the cannabinoids such as CBD. And when we take in CBD, then those organs and systems start to regain their sense of balance and homeostasis. Now, our bodies do make their own cannabinoids. In fact, there are 2 endocannabinoids that would be anandamide and 2-AG. But the problem is that there is not enough being made. And so all of those receptor sites are not activated. And let's see what Dr. Allen has to say.
Hello, my name is Dr. David Allen. I'm a retired cardiac surgeon and a member of the International Cannabinoid Research Society, ICRS. That means I'm a cannabinoid research scientist. And I'm here to tell you about the discovery of the endocannabinoid system, the ECS, and the significance and how it will change medicine. And we discovered the endocannabinoid system about 30 years ago, and we really didn't understand the significance of its discovery. And so we found out that this is a chemical communication that your body has. It's not electrical, it's chemical, and it's kind of like the hormone systems that people are familiar with. And your body makes these cannabinoids. They're endogenous, so they're endocannabinoids, and they perform some miraculous functions in the body. And we're just learning the significance of these functions. And basically, the endocannabinoid system is responsible for homeostasis. Most people don't understand what that really means, but it's the body's ability to maintain itself and function in the proper environment. And so it's critically important that that doctors in the future understand this control mechanism. And we're finding out that that manipulation of this endocannabinoid system will control diabetes. It controls cancer. It controls whether you can survive a heart attack or stroke. And so this is critically important for doctors to understand this new science. And the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is the single most important medical scientific discovery ever, and will save more lives than the discovery and application of sterile surgical technique. And I'm a heart surgeon saying that. So more people will be saved by manipulation of the endocannabinoid system than are currently saved by surgery.
So in the 1930s, they made tinctures. What were they making the tinctures for, and why were they?
Hello, my name is Dr.
Okay, so just let me do this. CBD, which I just spoke about, and so did Dr. Allen, is a naturally occurring substance or compound that occurs in industrial hemp, which is a form of cannabis. It is the non-psychotropic aspect or component of cannabis. So out of the more than 85, actually they discovered over 100 cannabinoids to date, but it is the second most common next to delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, which is the part of cannabis that gets you high. But unlike THC, CBD again is non-psychotropic. I want to wrap this up because I want to be respectful of your time. And I definitely want to share with you the entire cleanse. Okay, I'm going to share from a different screen. Okay. Okay, so I did not get a chance to, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great, thank you. Okay, so.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, awesome. So I did not get a chance to show you the different stages of liver disease, and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is a potentially fatal condition that wreaks havoc, in fact, as much havoc or damage as to your liver as if you had drank a bottle of vodka a day. And there are 80 to 100 million people in the United States alone, and this is according to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, but there are 80 to 100 million people in the United States that already have signs of liver disease, this non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and about 16 million of them have a more aggressive form. And this is actually pretty much called a silent killer, because for some people, this is going to lead to cirrhosis of the liver. And many times you don't even know it until it's too late. So once you have cirrhosis of the liver, you have two options. One is to get a liver transplant, and the second is death. So you see the healthy liver, they're nice and pink and evenly colored. And then you see the fatty liver, now you start to have deposits of fat, and the liver starts to get larger and larger. And then you move to liver fibrosis, and this is like a scarring in the tissues of the liver, and it causes injury, and actually the liver is now not really able to perform all of the functions that it needs to in the body. And trust me, there are tons and tons of processes that the liver isn't involved in, even the production and utilization of insulin. So it's very instrumental in diabetes. And then you can look here and you see cirrhosis as the last part or the last stage of liver disease. And this is where the scar tissue is so prolific that it makes it hard for the liver to actually perform its job and do what it's supposed to do, which is to detoxify your body, of the toxins that we take in through breathing, through the foods that we eat, through the things that the substances that we put on our skin, and just on and on and on. Even the thoughts that we think can cause toxicity in the body. So you can see that the liver has a huge job. That's the wrong one. That one's not working. Okay. So because of all of these diseases that are manifesting, and some of them which are really pretty much at epidemic proportion, like non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So there needs to be a shift, and we here at Akana have provided a solution to this problem. Okay, so I already talked to you about step one being the elimination of the parasites and the mucus. And then step two, cleansing the colon, and not just the colon, actually it cleanses the entire digestive system, not from the stomach to the small intestines and the colon. And then again, the regenerator, which nourishes the body with superfoods. And our newest addition to the cleanse is our plant proteins. It's a smoothie blend that you literally make up and ingest up to 3 times a day. So it's really a meal replacement. Now, this takes the place of the juicing that we used to promote, juicing of vegetables and fruits. And what we found was that although it was excellent in terms of providing nutrients and also giving the body a rest from having to digest food, but what we found was that it was not really a sustainable model. It was not that duplicatable because it was really quite labor intensive. And so we searched and searched until we were able to come up with a model that would offer the same or greater benefits as juicing, but with less labor, less time, and inconvenience. And we have found that with our protein shake. So you can see that, so you can see that that is such a benefit. So again, that smoothie is done up to 3 times a day, and it does actually replace a meal, fills you up, and at the same time helps with continuing the detoxification and replenishing, not help with the detoxification, but with the detoxification happening with the eliminator and the liquid colonic. Now we're reintroducing nutrients by way of the superfoods, as well as the protein shake, so that your body now has the raw materials to make and rebuild healthy new cells. So not only that, but we have discovered the most powerful superfood on planet Earth, and that is our aronia berry juice. Now, this juice also helps to accelerate weight loss. It tastes delicious. You only have to use 1.5 ounces twice a day. And on the ORAC scale, that is a scale that was developed that shows the antioxidant properties or rating of foods, and the average aronia berry was actually listed as or rated as 16,000. Well, our aronia berry juice, because of a proprietary farming and manufacturing process that is utilized, it has boosted the ORAC rating or ORAC score of our aronia berry juice to 41,000 plus. So this is a tremendous benefit, because it helps to eliminate or stop the negative effects of oxidative stress on the body. And I mean, we experience oxidative stress just by living and breathing the air that we breathe, as well as from the foods that we take in, the bodily processes that actually produce this oxidative stress. And so the antioxidant properties of the aronia berry juice actually nullify, so to speak, that oxidative stress. In addition to that, it is a tremendous form of anti-inflammatory properties. And so it assists with quelling the inflammation within the body that is pretty much the foundation or the root cause of most diseases, dysfunction, and degeneration. Now, the aronia berry juice is not an actual part of the cleanse. However, you can add it to the cleanse and get the added benefits of the juice. One of the, one of the benefits of the aronia berry juice is that I found most fascinating was the National Institutes of Health has done numerous studies on the aronia berry. And one that I found compelling was, excuse me, was their findings that the aronia berry actually has an effect on the amyloid plaques in the brain that cause Alzheimer's disease. And they found that the aronia berry juice helps to prevent them and to even to break up some of those amyloid plaques, which have a very positive effect on the brain, not just for Alzheimer's, but also for any neurological dysfunction, any cognitive decline caused by what they say is aging, but really it's more about the function and the foods that we eat. But other neurological diseases such as Parkinson's, which is pretty much reaching epidemic proportions, dementia, other kinds of neurological diseases like Huntington's chorea, and on and on and on. It also has properties that are anti-cancerous, anti-tumoral, and they found that it is cardioprotective, so it protects the heart and the circulatory system, the vascular system, I should say. And so, you know, that's a big benefit, being that heart disease is the number one on the list of health disparities or health problems. And then it also, like I said, they also found that it was neuroprotective. Another interesting study that they mentioned is about the a study that they did in a nursing home with the residents there. In nursing homes and in seniors in general seem to have an increased propensity towards urinary tract infections. And what they found is that when they supplied the residents with the aronia berry juice and they drank it, that they started to see fewer and fewer urinary tract infections. And so they deduced that it also has an anti-infective property too. So that is, like I said, it is not a formal part of the cleanse, but for the most part, most of the folks that I know that are doing the cleanse now are taking advantage of the aronia berry juice. I wanted to show you, let me see if I can do that. Okay. So, let me just say, give you some information about a detox, excuse me, which is actually a process of removing toxins. And it's a generic term for something that makes you feel unwell from your body. Your body does this automatically, detox, though. And that's the job of the liver and other organs. So if you eat something that you're not supposed to, or you take too much medication, the liver helps to metabolize or detoxify those things. So you could actually utilize our 7-day detox to refresh your body, or you can do the 21-day cleanse to reset the body. We actually use the same products, but one is a bit longer. When we say refresh the body, because that does give your body a chance to get itself cleaned out to a degree. To a degree, but it also helps to familiarize, especially those who have never done a detox. It offers you an opportunity to get a bit familiar with the process and to see that really 21 days in detoxing for 21 days is not as big of a deal or as difficult as it may seem. So many people will choose to do the 7-day first and then say, oh, this is not so bad. And many will go on and complete it with the 21-day. So these are just some of the things that you would need if you were going to do the cleanse. And what you can expect is a release of unwanted waste, reduction of belly fat, and really a supercharge to your system. You definitely have a lot more energy to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. Also, it's known as our age reversal detox, because this will help to reset your body and to promote the feeling of a biological age reversal, because your cells are being reborn, so to speak. And so now they have the energy that they did when you were younger. And so you too feel younger with more energy. So you'll also release unwanted waste, reduce belly fat, and supercharge your system. And phase 3 also includes guidance and coaching with one of our certified health coaches. So you can visit our website at www.flatbellylifestyle.com, and you can actually register and get one of our free ebooks, and that'll allow you to download recipes and check out the meal plan and the grocery list and so much more. Okay, so let me see. So the tools that you need for the cleanse is literally, you need a blender. You don't need to buy a juicer any longer. And again, it is less time consuming and much more convenient with our new protocol. Also, you could use, as you can see there, a shaker bottle, because the regenerator as well as the protein powder can actually be put in the shaker bottle. If you just want a quickie, you can put it in there, shake it up and enjoy. Or if you want more of a smoothie type and you want to add fruit and even some vegetables, maybe some greens, then you can use the blender. So just a bit about that. And I want to thank everybody for hanging on. I know we went over, we started a bit later. I am going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to try to stop sharing my screen. Fiddlesticks.
Excuse me, Betty, you have a question also in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Is that Crystal?
Now the question is from Cheryl Johns.
Okay.
She wants Tika's last name when you have a chance.
I don't know. Tika. I'm gonna go off of here. I'm gonna leave there. Tika, are you
Betty.
still here?
Dr. Betty, that's okay. Sharice scanned that young lady,
Oh,
so
did she?
she
Okay.
had her information.
Okay, awesome, awesome.
Thought I had scanned her, but I didn't.
I got you.
All right.
Okay, let me see. There are other questions. Somebody's got their hands raised. Who is Samsung? Who's got the Samsung phone that has no name?
That's me.
Who is it? Brenda. Oh, Brenda. No, your name is there. It's somebody else. But Brenda, you have a question or a comment?
I'm on two devices.
Oh, are you? Gotcha,
Yeah, because
gotcha.
I kept getting kicked out.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, thanks for coming back. CC?
Dr. Betty,
Yes, ma'am.
quick question. I had a customer to purchase the Flat Belly Lifestyle, the 21-day cleanse, and with her,
Congratulations.
thank you. With her box, it came the menu with the recipe and everything for the juicing. How can she get the one for the smoothie, the meal plan, the grocery list for the smoothie?
Okay, so that was not in there.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so who's her coach?
Phyllis would be her coach with me.
Okay,
Yes,
okay. So can you reach out to Phyllis
I sure will.
and ask for that?
Okay.
I'm not sure. In fact, I don't know that it is included on our ebook plan yet.
No, it's not. I did go on
It's
there.
not, okay, yeah, because it is so new that I think we have not had the opportunity to include that there. But please do ask, contact Phyllis and get it from her.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And basically, let me just say, the shake or smoothie consists of 2 teaspoons of the superfood and 2 teaspoons of the protein powder mixed in water. Or you can use, now let me just preface, so coconut water is a good thing to use. Just make sure it's not full of chemicals, preservatives, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
The other thing that you can use is almond milk or oat milk. However, it's best if you make your own. And you can do that simply by putting oats and water in the blender, blending it and then straining it. And the same thing with the almonds. And I'm saying that because if you use commercial milk, almond and or oat, you read the label, you will see that they are full of chemicals. They're full of additives to preserve it, to make it creamy, to make it taste sweet, to make it, on and on and on and on and on. So your best bet is to either make the milk yourself, which is really a simple process, or to use coconut water or plain water. And by adding fruit, if you need a little sweetness, your fruits, your berries, that kind of thing will definitely add that sweetness to it. You can also use a bit of honey or agave to sweeten it a bit if you need that. So, I mean, literally, it's that simple. And you can use any kind of fruits that you like. Just remember, this is the cleanse. And so whatever fruits you put in there, I'm sorry, it's noisy outside. Whatever fruit you put in there, make sure they're raw. You can use even use frozen. Excuse me. Yep, so there you go. Who else had a question? Brenda Royal.
Yes, Dr. Betty, on the new flat belly system, how do you use the phase one for the colon cleanse?
How do you use the
first package for the
Oh.
cleaning for the parasites
Okay, that's the
and the
eliminator.
mucus?
That's the
Eliminator.
eliminator. Okay,
Okay.
so you do 1 teaspoon in water. You
Okay.
can actually do it in juice too, but you might as well just do it in water. It basically has no taste to it. So you know, if you just put it in a glass of water, stir it up and just chuck it on down.
Okay. And that's
Yeah.
once a day? Is that once
It
a day?
is. It is once a day. And I
Okay,
usually
and-
do it in the morning, first thing in the
Okay.
morning.
So while I got you, is that the same way you do the that the next one is the colon cleanser, I believe, or
That
detox?
is, and that's a tea. That comes in a tea bag, a muslin bag, and it
Mhm.
has all of the herbs in there, and it's tied up. You do not open the bag. You boil your water, your 40 ounces of water, bring it to a boil. You put the tea bag in total in the water and you let it steep overnight.
Oh, the same way we do the bitters.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
And then how much do you drink a day?
So the first day, the next morning, you will drink 4 ounces. And then you'll put the remainder of the tea in the fridge in a bottle, preferably a glass bottle. Now that evening, you will also drink 4 ounces. But every day thereafter, you will only drink those 4 ounces at night.
Okay.
And so I encourage business partners, coaches who are inviting people to the cleanse. Those of your customers who purchase the cleanse, please find out when they're going to start the cleanse so that you can remind them that on whatever day they are going to start the cleanse, the night before, they have to make that tea because it steeps overnight. So if they're going to start on, on Friday or Saturday, or let's say they're going to start on Saturday, then Friday night, they should make that tea for sure. Because Saturday morning, they're going to drink 4 ounces, right? I find that to be one of the things that hold people up because they say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to start my cleanse tomorrow," but they didn't make the tea tonight. So I like to remind my customers that they need to make that tea the night before. So I usually call them that day and say, "You got to make your tea tonight. You're going to start tomorrow." Anybody else?
Thank you, Dr. Betty.
You're so welcome. Thanks for the question.
I have a question.
I got a question, Dr. Betty. This is
Okay.
Tammy.
Hey,
And
Tammy.
so, how are you?
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for asking.
So the question is the Arona juice. Does
Yes.
that on the bottom it says optional? Can
Right.
that it does not come with the kit, or is that soon to be sold separately?
It is sold separately. So now with the 21-day cleanse, you get the benefit of 2 bottles.
Okay.
It is optional, but you do, just because we're just starting out with it, we wanted to make sure that, people had an opportunity to try it. And so it does not come with the 7-day. However, we do have a special going on. Let me see if I can, how did I do that? I know where I put it. We do have a special going on, which was supposed to end last week or so, but our CEO, in her infinite, humanistic, and compassionate
Yes, she
self,
is.
yes, she has continued. Where did I do with that thing? Continued the special. And as soon as I find it, gee whiz. Okay, hold on. Let me go here. She has allowed us to continue the special, and sticks. How do I get out of here? In show. Okay. Okay, let's close that. To continue, I'm sorry, I'm all caught up here. She has allowed us to continue that special, and that special actually consists of 3 bottles of aronia berry juice and a full pound of the protein powder.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, and the special pricing, I did save this here. If I could just find it. I saved it in Canva with the fiddlesticks. It's so exasperating when I can't find stuff. Where is it? And so it's 3 bottles of the aronia berry juice and the protein powder, and the cost is only $139, and that's like almost an $80 savings. Now, we did have a smaller bottle, and we were offering 4 bottles, but this go round we had to have an emergency infusion from the producer, and they sent us the 25-ounce bottles, and so it decreased from 4 bottles to 3 bottles, but you're still getting way more juice, because I think the 3 bottles, those were 16-ounce bottles. I think it was like 68 ounces. Now you're getting 75 plus bottles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
75 plus ounces, not bottles. That'd be a whole lot. Yeah, so yeah, so anyway, I'm sorry. Is there anything else? So that special is going to go on until the end of the month. So I do encourage you to, if you want to check it out, and I encourage everybody to do just that. You all remember Noni? You remember Noni juice?
Yes, I remember.
You remember acai, what was the other one? Noni, Mirinda, and all of those superfood juices. All of those are so much lower on the ORAC scale. I think Noni was, oh my goodness, I don't have that graph up, but I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 5,000 on the ORIC scale. And acai was 7, somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 to 10. Well, remember that I said our Aronia juice is 41,000 on the ORIC scale. So that is a tremendous upgrade in terms of its ability to really make a huge difference in the way the way you feel. Number one, the energy that you have, and the health benefits on a large scale.
Dr. Betty, I think the other one was the blueberry.
Yeah, blueberry is just under the Aronia berry. I think it was at 14 or 15,000. But Aronia, the average or standard Aronia berry was at 16,000. But due to our producers, Farmer Tony, whose farm is in South Dakota, and he is actually in charge of all of the Aronia berry farms in the area. And so they use a proprietary method of farming as well as manufacturing. And this is what boosts the ORIC value, or the antioxidant value of our specific Aronia berry juice, to 41,000. So nobody else has what we have. And guess what? We also have an exclusivity contract with them. So this is our juice. In fact, I think they're going to name the farm Akana Valley. How you like that?
I have a question.
Yes.
What's in the juice that prevents a diabetic from drinking it?
Who said that?
That's what was said one night.
I have no such knowledge of that. No,
Okay.
I have no such knowledge of that. It has, let me see how much, so there are a total of 8 grams of sugar per serving. That's per 1.5 ounces of Aronia berry juice. There are no added sugars in here.
Okay, so what about blood thinners?
So let me think now. I believe I just answered this question a couple of days ago. I believe that there is some coagulation or coagulatory properties in the juice in and of itself. Francine, are you on here? Franny, are you still here? I know she helped me answer that question. We had a discussion about that.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. And they had said diabetics too. So I guess that was
I don't get the diabetic.
Okay.
But surely the anticoagulation properties would definitely have an effect on, especially if you're taking any blood thinners. then you would definitely want to discuss this, and again, any supplement with your healthcare provider or your doctor. And that goes for this juice, the cleanse, CBD, all of it. Please discuss it with your healthcare provider prior to taking any of it. And that way, your doctor knows what's going on. And if you're on medication, say a blood thinner or blood balancing medication, then they can, with the knowledge of what else you are doing, they can adjust appropriately your medications, and they can guide you in and support you in your efforts to, again, possibly even be medication free. But certainly you want to consult with them to avoid any complications, any potential complications.
Okay.
Anybody else? Nope. Okay, guys. Tressa, Megan, Michelle, Gloria, Natalie, Beverly, Linda, Renee, CeeLo, Lisa, and Tika, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to the people who invited you, because they really care about you. They want you to have the opportunity to have a healthier life, a healthier lifestyle, and to extend your life and enjoy your life. So give them a thanks for inviting you. And I want to thank everybody else for coming and for your patience, your attendance, and your participation and questions, because the questions you asked, maybe somebody else had the same question. So thank you so much again. If there are any further questions, anything you didn't understand, or any other information that you would like, please feel free to send an email to compliance@acana.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Good
Good
night,
night.
everybody.
Night.
Good night. Night, night.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Bye.